Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling hills and lush forests, there lived a humble farmer named Thomas. Thomas was known far and wide for his bountiful crops and his kind heart. Yet one night, as he lay weary in bed, an unusual dream visited him. In his dream, Thomas found himself walking through a golden field of wheat, its heads bowed as though in prayer. As he walked, he heard a gentle yet urgent voice whisper, "Give your first harvest to your neighbors in need." Surprised and a bit confused, Thomas awoke and thought it to be no more than a whimsical vision. But the dream returned the next night, and the night after that. Each time the same message, "Give your first harvest to your neighbors in need." Despite the clarity of the message, Thomas was puzzled, for his harvest was his livelihood, and he had grown secure in the rhythm of sowing and reaping for his family. The nights rolled on, and the dream persisted, a faithful messenger tirelessly repeating its call. Eventually, Thomas, warned by the relentlessness of the vision and feeling a profound stirring in his heart, decided that he could not ignore it any longer. As the day of the first harvest approached, Thomas reflected on the words of Jesus, "Love your neighbor as yourself." Trusting in this commandment and the dream's insistent whisper, he resolved to act. On the morning of the harvest, instead of keeping the crops for himself, he loaded them onto his wooden cart and delivered them to the homes of his neighbors, those he knew struggled with illness and poverty. To his astonishment, each recipient met him with tears of joy and heartfelt gratitude. The humble offering of wheat became a feast that filled empty cupboards and empty hearts alike. After this act of faithfulness, Thomas returned to his fields wondering if he had made the right decision. But as he glanced across the land, he noticed something miraculous. The fields, which had seemed once emptied by his generosity, appeared fuller than ever before. Each stalk of wheat stood tall and ripe with abundance, as though in grateful applause for his obedience. Thomas's dream never returned, but its message forever transformed him. His act of unyielding faith not only blessed his neighbors, but also taught him a divine truth, that in giving he had received more than he could have ever imagined. The dreamer's journey is a reminder that sometimes God speaks through persistent whispers until we fully listen and trust in his plan. The Christian teaching of the story: when we heed God's persistent calls to love and give with faith, he blesses us beyond our understanding.